Okay, I lied. I originally wanted to skip to chapter 33, but I do read skim chapters before I read them, including the ones in between. And in this case, the reason why I'm reading chapter 32 is really a case of a bear claw and the fish. I'm just kind of greedy, and I'm gonna do it even if it wears out my energy. So this is chapter 32. There's some good moments in this, some good relationships, and I thought if I'm gonna do the rest, might as well do this one. I'm just trying to do the best of my ability. Ah, this is tiring. So tired. Yeah. Let's see here. I have the Google Translate pulled up, obviously, because it would be almost impossible otherwise for me to read this, uh, by recognizing Chinese characters. But yeah, 第32章，三打白骨精。I'm not 100% sure what 白骨精 is. I recognize everything except the last character. Really? Yeah, I don't know. It's all gibberish to me. It's I think this English thing goes. It's all French to me. Yeah, I like this background better over that one. So chapter 32. So we're gonna continue on from the last phone call, and we get some more dog food. I think it's only in Chinese where people will say, "I enjoy eating dog food," and it's not a weird sentence to say. Girl, do you know how much you want to cover up the truth in the sentence? No, girl, I don't think you know. Louis, what? Is that his full name? Shoot, I'm gonna have to copy paste that and then. Oh, jeez, I don't recognize the character. Lu Yanqiang resisted the desire to complain in his heart and was able to clearly touch the deer in Sumei's heart through the phone. Although he's really happy to realize this, in order to not startle the little deer, Lu Yan suppressed the smile in his heart forcibly. Give me one quick second. I need to do a couple things and take a sip of water. Okay, sorry. I just need a little break for myself because this reading is tiring. Eh. Better than the 3 hour recordings I do for some of my main videos. I fully intend to leave this channel as an Easter egg for my main channel. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I'm back. Ah. Okay, so let's continue. Although he was really happy to realize this, in order to not startle the little deer, Lu Yan still suppressed the smile in his heart forcibly. Casual. On the other side of the phone, Lu Sume was already itching with hatred. Do you even chat? Do you know if you would talk to death like this? But when it came to her lips, Sume's voice was still soft and sweet. In this case, I will let Sister Xing arrange freely. Yeah, Lu Yan still cherishes words like gold. He's not cherishing words like gold. He is really nervous. Louis never thought he would be so nervous. Obviously, he can talk about it when he goes to strike up a conversation, and he can maintain sufficient demeanor and appropriate humor even in the embarrassing and ambiguous situation of the woman's bathroom. But now, why can't I say a word? Probably because Lu Yan knew that once he spoke, he wanted this girl. Ooh. Um, I feel like it's not in. It's a little. The translation's a little bit strong because it's not like wanted as in like a desire or lust, but I think it's just uh um I don't think I don't think it's as degenerate as lust, but it's probably something more like a devotion, not yet bordering on the obsession level, but just thing. But it's kind of difficult for him to regulate his emotions, right? Because he has so much memories that only he has. In fact, he has almost made up his mind, but at this time, Lu Yan realized that he was not prepared for this at all. In other words, he couldn't open this loan. After all, one loan is 200,000. Lu Yan bit his lip. The air fell into a terrible silence. Sume licked her dry lips. That's it. I'll hang up first. Sume hung up the phone. Lu Yan was in a daze holding the phone. Sometimes when there are things in front of you, you don't know if you can do it. Even if he could forcibly transfer the electricity of the whole city through his body to the nest in the sky. Even if he can survive with his daughter in the last days when the sun goes out. But at this moment, for Sume, Lu Yang really couldn't say that. Ah, dog food. Dog food. Ah, so tasty. Originally, he thought he could drive it. Lu Yan looked at his already silent phone and put it on the head of his bed. He was lying on the bed with his shoes on, thinking about the next thing. Yes, the funding gap is absolutely to be resolved. Although Zhao Zhenli is the solution, it is the last resort Lu Yan really does not want to use, because he does not want a single investment. Of course, Su Mei is the best choice. Su Mei's family background is not worse than Zhao Jun. Besides, Seng Qing is already an employed adult, financial freedom, both of them know themselves, borrowing money should not be difficult. But Lu Yan found that he really couldn't make the exit. Or make the pitch, probably. At this moment, the phone on the bedside rang again. Oh man, what a romance. Lu Yan picked up the phone and found that it was still Sume. Lu Yan couldn't help but show a wry smile. This is the third time, okay, girl? In ancient times, the Monkey King beat the Bone Spirit. Oh, that's the title. Bone Spirit 3 times. Today, Sume is 3 hits far away. But with such teasing in his heart, Lu Yan still connected the phone. When Sumei's voice sounded this time, it didn't have the usual politeness to one of repelling others, but was slightly weaker. Why'd you call me? Did you forget? Well, I remembered wrong. I played a few times and didn't get through, Louis climbed up to the bar. Oh, Sumei nodded, a little disappointed. It is me who's not good. I thought you remembered it. This call is my own cell phone. Don't delete it. Louis can only give an There's a buzz in my mind. I'm calling this time for my own business, Sumei said. She paused, seeming to muster courage desperately. It's almost the deadline for volunteering. Which school did you sign up for? Louis has not reported yet. Although what he told Zhao Junli was Qingjiang University, because Qingjiang University was a school reported by Su Mei in his previous life. But in this life, Lu Yan has changed the world line. In fact, Lu Yan did not dare to pack a ticket. He just waited for the deadline for applying for volunteers, take a look at Su Mei's candidates, and then choose his own. It's just that Lu Yan never thought in this life Su Mei has not decided on her final aspirations. I haven't reported it yet, Lu Yan told the truth, but I plan to report to Qingjiang. But if I have you reported goodbye by the deadline, I'll still change it. In my life, I will definitely depend on you, Lu Yan said in his heart. I don't know. There's both realms. One might find it creepy, and one might find it he's just a very devoted love. So yeah, I don't know. Romance is weird. But I definitely can't say such a kind of earthly love words in my mouth. Will definitely be considered abnormal. Qingjiang, Sumei's tone was a little cheerful. A good school. Sumei paused. I have a plan to report to Qingjiang. I'll be an alumnus by then. The air fell silent again, because Lu Yan didn't dare speak. He had been smashed up by Sumei, all right. He never thought that when Sume took the initiative, he could flirt like a small universe. Although it's very subtle, but from the perspective of Lu Ye, who knows Sume well, Sume does not know how many small universes he has awakened to have such a ruined performance. Miss Su's straight ball offensive. This time Sume didn't let the silence last too long. Me? Sume paused. I don't hate you at all. Sume hung up the phone. Oh man, I love this. And then you got a lot of people saying, Tamada, this is science fiction, all right, okay, right? And then this is I love the comments, and they all so sad because they're eating dog food, and I'm eating dog food so happy. Mm. Yeah, so as I said before, this is some of the romance tags that I've mentioned. So there's a lot of science fiction, but there's a decent amount of romance and drama, and it's just the romance and drama makes it exciting to read a second time. Although uh, it's a little bit tantalizing for people that came to read the science fiction. Don't worry, um, this both science fiction and the romance and drama develop in tandem, but the focus is still science fiction. I assure you. And yet, this is the introductory chapter, and honestly, if you skip this part, you really ruin the build up for the later volumes. So it's there's definitely a hurdle or wall to get into. Um, Sume hung up the phone. Lu Yan was lying on the bed, almost trembling all over his body. Although Sume's words are full of reservedness and restraint of a girl, it is precisely because of this he can perceive that the girl's heart is a little excited. For the first time, Lu Rie realized how happy it is to be liked by someone he likes. Happy to bubbling happiness. At this moment, the phone buzzed twice again. Not a phone call, but a text message. Lu Yan waited a long time before grabbing the phone and lighting up the screen. Sorry, I'm so nervous. I'm not used to talking to strangers. This is my letter from Heaven. Please note your name, Lu Yan. Lu Yan couldn't help but bite his lips. Or XXX, and then typed the string of characters in Tianxing search box, and then remarked, I am Lu Yan. Apply for friends. There's no second edition. I waited for more than a minute before my friend's application was approved. Sume's head is a pure black kitten. Long time no see, Luya entered the text. The kitten didn't answer for the long time. Just when Luya thought the other party would not respond, Sume's response was long overdue. It didn't take long. The girl made a smiley face in the emoji. Okay, some people call it dog food. In the West, we call it having diabetes. It's full of sugar. Although the relationship with Sume has made gratifying progress, the funding gap of 200,000 yuan has not been resolved. And this is the decision of why I kept this chapter in, because this is going to really show you some of the character development in chapter 20, 33, and 36. And maybe even more than 200,000. After all, 500,000 is just a deposit for the game release. And there may be other expenses in the future. Sorry. If it wasn't for the credit of Lu Yan's family that had been completely bankrupt because of Lu Dongming, then Lu Yan really planned to take out a loan. After all, as long as there's no accidents, there will definitely be an explosion if it's not made tomorrow. Lu Yan thought this way, bit his lip, and looked at Zhao Zhenli's call on the phone. In the end, there was no call. He walked out of the room and knocked on Lu Mu's door. Oh, Lu Mu's his mom. Mom, I want to sell our house, or at least mortgage it, probably. Love this comment. You, Tamada, are saving the world. You're still haunting this 200,000 yen? Do you know that if you waste a little more time, my 100-year-old man will freeze to death in 2131? And comments like these are why I love the comment section, both in the West and in Asia, especially Chinese, because those are the only ones I'm able to read or translate very well. Oh, whoops, not supposed to get there. Well, there's chapter 33, I guess. Yeah, but I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy my commentary and whatnot. Really doing this on my own free time, but yeah, I really do hope you're enjoying the story. If you decide to stick with me, I'm so happy that you are. Um, but I'd be really most pleased if people just go to the original author and read it on their own, start talking about it and whatnot. Really doing this just one to release some tension, and two, just because I really like the story, I want to share it with people. So yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, thanks for clicking on the video, and that's chapter 32. So tired. Let's go to chapter 33 next.